Hi beautiful people on YouTube. I'm back with another mind-blowing video. Today I want to talk about sex. Yes, sex. Sex is great. Sex was meant to be enjoyed, but was meant to be enjoyed at the right time. To the people who are specifically married, in this video I want to talk about 10 things that you need to do, that you need to consider doing immediately after sex. Quickly allow me to say this: if you are reaching this channel for the first time, my name is Godwin. I mostly make videos about relationship and marriage. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel, that every time when I make videos like this one, you'll be the first person to know. First and foremost thing that you need to consider after when you are done with sex is cuddling. Okay? You need to start praying around with woman. Try to massage her. Try to pray around with her body. I've actually came to notice and be aware that most men, they are too ignorant about this, and they usually intend just to sleep immediately after sex, which is wrong. As a man, you need to keep connected with the woman emotionally. Okay? Women mostly hate it when men usually comes in after doing all the stuff, after doing all the job, then you just sleep yourself alone to the other side of the bed and leave the woman hanging alone, lonely. That shouldn't be done. You need to still playing with her body, touching her, so that you keep her in that good shape. You make her emotions, feelings, sexual emotions calmly, which is very important. Let me also talk about, you need to clean. Both of you need to consider cleanliness immediately after sex, or maybe you did it at night. That's when now you are waking up. You need, first and foremost thing, to clean your private part. Make sure you wrap it, all the stuff like stains, all those you know what I'm talking about, creamy and some other stuff which are usually attached to the body have to be cleaned, and you have to actually make sure that you look great so that you avoid bacteria or stain to your private part. It's very important. Couples should always be living a healthy life. Married people should always be living a healthy life. Let me also talk about, immediately after when you are done having sex, you need to consider cleaning up your bladder. Okay? After some sex, there's always that friction that usually happens. You understand? So it can be very important after when you're just done with the process, you clean up the bladder. Why? The reason that you are doing that, you need to clean up the bacteria. You need to clean up in case of any bacteria that may be found or inside your bladder, which is very actually important. Let me also talk about, you need to check your maximum or your condom. Okay? To the couple or married people who have actually been doing the protection, who has been having sex, a protected sex, you need to consider checking up your condom in case if there were some leakages, or if it's just in a good shape. If it was some leakages, then you'll be able to know. If you checked your status each other, or you did something which needs to be considered or which needs to be taken so that you have a healthy sex lifestyle. So it's very important. Check it. Don't just throw it outside there. What if it had a leakage? Then at the end of the day, you might have unwanted pregnancy and some other stuff, or unwanted disease. So it's very important to check up so that you take up the health measure precautions which have to be taken at the right time. Let me also talk about avoid douche. Okay, avoid douche. What I mean by that, let me use the other word like fingering. Okay, you should avoid fingering, more especially to women. When done with sex, you should avoid fingering your private part, trying to clean inside your private part. Okay, You just have to clean on the surface, not just fingering, taking your hands inside your vagina trying to clean. That's not usually advised, because for health purpose and also to avoid some bacteria entering your private part, it's very important to just clean the surface. That area definitely can only be cleaned through a penis of a man entering that vagina. It's usually not advised using your finger or your hand cleaning your private part. You need to consider this, which is very important as well. Let me talk about after done with sex, you should also consider drinking at least 2 to 3 cups of water to keep yourself hydrated, to keep cleaning up your bladder, because immediately when you drink 2 or 3 cups after sex, your bladder is going to be filled up. And definitely if there were actually some bladders, some infection which entered through your ureter, definitely your bladder is going to respond to urine, and bacteria definitely will come out, and you'll be clean and healthy and safe and sound, which is very important. As you can understand, sex is all about using manpower. It's all about energy. You know, lacing up all those legs, a man doing all that job that you do, that's energy. The other thing that you need to consider is to eat a healthy food. Eat a healthy food which will now restore that energy that you actually used, so that you keep living a healthy life. It's not actually advisable after sex, after a good sex, after energetic sex, then you just go empty a stomach. Definitely, that's not advisable, and you're not striking health balance to yourself. You need to eat healthy stuff, healthy food, which is actually very important as well. Let me talk about to treat each other nice, more especially to women. Women enjoy this one very much. Women hate it when after sex, when you're just fucking her, you are done having sex with her, you start bringing all those pressures, all those problems that you used to have in the past. You start complaining, you start blaming each other. You are the reason. Avoid that. That is isolated and unique moment. You need to enjoy each other. You need to treat each other right. You need to compliment each other, which is very important. Let me talk about the other one. Mostly there are some situations whereby let me firstly start with couples. There are some couples whereby they just had sex once. You see the other partner won't be interested the next time that you intend to have sex. Or even married people, they can just have sex once. Maybe the next time the other partner might not even be interested to have the other round of sex, because there was something that the other partner found very discomforting. There was something that the other partner wasn't impressed. She wasn't actually impressed, or the other side, or both sides. So it's very important to discuss after sex. Baby, how did you feel it? You try to ask each other. You try to discuss how your experience. How was your experience? Was it bad? Was it fair? Was it good? So that even if there was like a lacking part, definitely your other partner will be able to openly and tell that, I think on this one I felt this. If we can work on that area and do this and implement this, our sex life will actually improve and do it much better. It's very important to discuss, to avoid going out with grudges, going out with a negative thought, going out complaining that she's not sweet in bed, he's not good in bed. It's very important to discuss, so that the next time, once you discuss, your partner, your other partner, he or she will be able to work on those things that you have discussed, because sex is not just perfect. Sex, it's also a communication which needs to be done for it to be performed better. Let me also talk about rest after sex. Is very important. You have been using a lot of energy, a lot of strategic dog style and some other stuff. That was energy which was used. So you need to consider resting now. Relax, sleep together, hug each other, kiss and rest. That's very important and very advisable to every couple and to every married people on this world who are actively and responsibly married. Thank you so much for reaching this video to the end. I really appreciate for your staying. If you have reached this channel for the first time, remember to consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, and so that you help my video with the response of the algorithm, so that it will be able to be promoted to bigger audience, to wider audience, so that each person who might be need to watch and listen to this video might get that privilege. Thank you so much. Stay blessed until I see you in the next episode.